Hi, Digital Photo Bee. I know you guys are wrapping up your Diptych and Triptych projects, and you probably have some questions about how you can put your two photos side by side to display them as one picture. So I'm going to demonstrate that right now. I'm in photopea.com, and I'm just going to open up my two images. So I'll go to File, Open, go to my downloads, and I've got two that I took a couple weeks ago with my phone. And I'm going to load those up as two tabs, okay? So you can see I've got photo 1, photo 2. Now, I want to display these side by side. So what I'm going to need to do is make their canvas space twice as wide, all right? So to do that, I'm going to take my first photo. I'm going to use the crop tool right here over on the side. And I'm going to just pull my crop tool across the screen to make it twice as wide as it is now, okay? And you can see if I move this over, let's move it over there, you can see I've now doubled the size of the canvas, right? I can even stretch that out a little bit more. Let me pull this just a little bit past the edge and hit enter. And now I've got twice as much canvas space as I did before. Then I'm going to go over to my second picture. I'm going to take the move tool and I'm going to drag this up, drag it down, and drop it into place in that empty space. Now you see it's on its own layer, so that's good because this picture is a lot bigger than the other one. I'm going to need to resize it a little bit. So I'll go Edit, Free Transform, grab it from a corner, hold down Shift on my keyboard, and as I scale down, I can make this the size that I want it to. And I kind of like how that mountain connects a little bit, almost right there. So I'm going to keep it like that, I think. Even though it goes off the page a little bit, I like this crop a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the check mark to confirm the transformation. Now you can see I left a little bit of white space down the middle. This is really up to you. If you want to have your photos actually touch side by side, you can do that. If you'd like to leave a little gap there, what will happen is after I crop this, let me crop this photo down just a tiny bit more. And I'll bring this down a little bit and crop it. When I flatten these images, that little gap is just going to get filled in with white. So I'll take both layers. I hold down Shift and grab both of them. I'm going to come over to Select, Layer, and I'm going to merge them down or flatten them. Probably flatten them will work easy. So I'll hit Flatten, and boom, you can see it flattened them into one layer. It left a small white border down the middle, and I could save this now as a JPEG. Another option would be to create a little white border around the whole thing. So in that case, I'm going to take my rectangle tool. Up at the top, I'm going to tell it to have no fill, but I want it to have a stroke that is white. Okay. And I want the border, let's try a little, let's try a 20 pixel border and see how big that is. So as I drag this rectangle across the screen, I can create a really thin white border there around the outside. And if it's not thick enough, you can always adjust that border. Let me try that again. I'll bump this up to, let's say, 30 pixels this time. And again, I'm going to just drag from corner to corner, let go, and boom, I've got my border. Okay, let me go ahead and save this to turn in. I'm going to go File, Export as a JPEG. Make sure that my quality is kind of turned up. I don't need to do 100% really, but you want it kind of near the high end here. And I'll hit save. It's going to drop it into my downloads bin. And you can see it's now shown up over here. I'm going to go ahead and rename this Roper Zach Diptych 1. And remember, you're going to be turning in 3 diptychs or triptychs this week. Okay, so that's all ready to go. I could turn it in through Google Classroom. I've got a nice diptych image that works well side by side. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. If you did want to add 3 pictures, you just do the same thing. I'm going to zoom out here a little bit more, take my crop tool, and for a triptych, you just make your canvas 3 times as big. Okay, so you drag it out to here, and Now you've got 3 spots to put your photos in. All right. Hopefully you're wrapping up your projects, and I'll take a look at them soon. We'll add them to a digital gallery where you guys can all see each other's work and leave comments. Thanks, guys. Take care.